Welcome guys, I'm recording this video for everybody who ever thought about creating content about anything related to Web3. This goes for videos, YouTube, blog posts, whatever you think, Substack, any form of content that you want to share with people you can think of, even just posting on LinkedIn, that still works. How did I start it? How am I going? And this is like a quick story and a quick video for you, just to understand what is the missing piece that you don't have right now and what's blocking you from moving forward if you want to do this content. So it's going to be 80 something video that I do in a row because I committed in the beginning of May that I'm going to do this consistently for 1 year. Every day, every week, I'm going to get up and do 2 videos, at least 2 videos that are going to help my people and my clients and everybody in my network grow. Why? Because I wanted to do content. I had the intention, because there are only 4 things that you need to have if you want to do the content, and only 4 stages before you have this intention and actually do this consistently. 4 steps that you need to evolve. And the reason why you're not doing content right now is probably because you're stopping at a certain stage that you have right now. Because right now I just moved to Toronto and I have a ton of stuff that I need to do. I have a lot of homework and I have a lot of stuff at work, but I'm still sitting here and making this content. Why? Because I just committed and I need to do this. My intention in the beginning was like, hey, I want to do and I want to share information about Web3 BD with other people. In this way, I can, one, do a lot of good stuff for other people. Second, I can get a lot of attention to me, to what am I doing, and this will help me in the future, to sell more, to do more stuff, to be movable in the space, to be recognizable, and etc., etc., etc. So I had this clear intention. Now, how do I transform this intention? And you probably have something like this. If you ever thought about content and you're not doing right now, meaning that your problem is that you didn't transfer the intention into the commitment. And commitment for me was when I watched the video for Alex Hormozy, and he told that when you start something like posting content, you need to understand that you will not have overnight successes. And in order to, if you are just staying there and you're watching the likes and you are relying on others' opinions, this will be a very, very short run, because you cannot compare, like your resources are limited and resources of other people, they're unlimited because there is way more of them. So how do you avoid this? How do you do not burn out? How do you not fall? How do you not get this in the trap of following the quick results and expecting something to happen very, very quickly for an overnight success? Well, you commit that nothing will freaking happen for as long as you're doing content. At first, you need to commit that even if you do content right now, like, you will not achieve all of your goals. Nothing will happen. And if you are consistently doing this, even without seeing any results, this means that you are really consistent. So what I did for myself, I thought, okay, I'm gonna record videos no matter what, every week, 2 videos, and I'm gonna do this for at least a year. And then after a year, I will sit down and I will reconsider if I wanted to continue doing my commitment or not. This way, when I started in May, I didn't care how many likes and how many views I had in July, because it doesn't really matter if I'm doing this for a whole year. Even right now, like, it doesn't really matter. I'm still doing this until the end of May. And if I have like 0 views and 0 likes on each video, it doesn't matter, because you have committed to yourself. And this is what you're doing. This is your fuel that's helping you to burn. You're not relying on others' opinion. You're not relying on whatever you want to do. Of course, it's important for you to do the content that's interesting for people, but you don't care. And if nobody watches your videos, you're not quitting. You're staying in the game. And this is way more important if you understand why. Next. Once you have this commitment, once you understand, okay, I have an intention, meaning I have an idea what I want to share, I have a topic that I want to discuss, I'm committed to do and go and translate these thoughts and ideas to other people, what do you do next? Then you need 2 things. You need a strategy and you need tactics, meaning you need a plan and you need tools. And what's the plan? The plan, it can be the content plan. How are you going to do the stuff that you're going to do? When are you going to do this? And the more detailed your picture is, the better. So if you're starting something new, like posting content, then you need some more time. You need few more hours every week to record this content, to do something that you didn't do before. And it's better if you commit yourself, okay, every Thursday, like at this, from this time, I'm going to be doing this, or every morning on Friday, I'm going to be doing this and this. This way you're creating new habits for yourself. You're planning what you're gonna do, and it's best if you know what you're doing there. Like if you're not just sitting with a blank paper and you're starting thinking about how can I do stuff more efficiently, or like what should I record, or what should I write a blog post about. You need to plan in advance. Plan in advance what you're gonna do. So then just sitting down, you're executing, you're giving the best of yourself, and you're not thinking, you're not rambling. This is very important. You need to have a plan. And then the last thing is tools. What tools do I use? What tools can you use? So every use case is going to be different because everybody will be posting different type of content. But these are the tools that I'm personally using. So first one is Copying for editing videos. It helps. I don't like editing videos, and Copying helps me to get as much work as possibly done by them. Like I'm just sitting there, doing the basic edits, and I'm having the video ready. Then the next thing, I have Loom for recording this video. This is what you're watching right now. ChatGPT, of course. Without ChatGPT, ChatGPT will basically multiply all of your efforts. It's a great leverage. Canva for creating different thumbnails and all this stuff. Just looking at my thumbnails, you can see that I'm not great at that, but I don't care. I will continue doing this by the end of April of 2024. Next thing, Unsplash. Unsplash is the source of free images that you can use for presentations like this, or in your blog post, or whatever you want to do. Tally is the tool for getting your forms and creating forms, and then accepting members into Web3 Sales Gym community and others. And then last one is G Suite. This is the Google presentations, Google Docs, Google Sheets, and all that stuff. And that's it. That's it. So short recap, what we went through. We went through the stages from getting from point where you are now to point where you're creating content. And it's 4 stages: intention, commitment, plan, and tools. If you're not posting content right now, but you really want, then you're probably failing at certain of these stages. Something that you don't understand, something that you don't have. That's why you don't have the content. Now, what do you do from here? How do you implement the knowledge from this video? Define a stage where you fail. Don't fail it now when you know where you're failing, when you're feeling where you're failing, and just do it. If you really want to do it, commit yourself, sit down with yourself, have an honest conversation, just you and you, and deal with this. Deal with this. If you do, and if your commitment saying you, no, I'm not going to do this, accept that and let it go, and don't do this. Nobody, it's not an obligation. You shouldn't do content. There is only 1% of people that is doing content in the whole world. And this is a clear marker. So in 100 people, 1 person should do content and another 99 shouldn't do this, because this is additional work that you're putting on yourself. Think about this, if you need it or not. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't need it, and that's perfectly fine. Now, thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I helped you either make a step that I help you to make a step towards the thing that you want, whatever it may be. Wishing you a very, very nice day. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video, in the next week, because we're going to have an amazing interview with Glenn from Alchemy, and it's going to be going out live very, very soon. See you. Bye-bye.